fun section to go over is goals against conceded. Here we have our freshman center back. Let's communicate. He has time here. He doesn't need to force this ball, but also look where he starts. That's where he gives the ball away, just on the, maybe our side of the half, and that's where he ends up when this ball gets played over the top. And our back line, and we'll watch this clip again, but our back line is all over the map, keeping that player onside that scores the goal. And we'll take another look at this. Look at the shape of our back line as this ball gets misplayed, turnover, but as this ball gets sent over the top, our left back is keeping the player making a run on top. When we turn this ball over, there has to be more urgency or communication to either step as a unit and force the player offside, or at least make the assistant referee make a decision, or to just drop as a unit and make sure nothing is easily sent over the top. The next piece of this is our starting position should be well outside the 18, but also the angle to which this ball gets clipped in. It's going to bounce right here. All right. There's no way from where that ball and that angle goes that we're going to be able to get to that ball. I think this is just the wrong decision to come. A little bit of hesitation there because maybe we started a little bit further back than we should have. But I think even if you're starting outside the box here, I think it's probably an easier decision to recognize I'm not going to get there and I need to drop in and let our defenders, because it's a wider area, maybe our defenders can recover centrally and force at least a bad angle shot. But I think a little bit more patience would have been in order there. On this next action, we're going to win possession and then lose possession right away. And it's the transition defending and also understanding what angle we need to take as we're falling back into place as a backline. We want to drop here. We should be screaming at our outside backs to pinch in. Our center backs here should be delaying. And then our left center back, we want to sort of angle his run to take away that. We need to recognize that that ball's on, and we can't let that ball get split between us on either side. So we want to recover centrally, but we want to do so at an angle that it forces the player to continue to dribble rather than be able to slot the ball through between our center back and our outside back. All right, we have possession here, but once again, this is a freshman on the ball. Tough spot. Forces a ball in here. Forces us to commit a foul here. Pretty silly foul. But watch our reaction. All right, they get up and play the ball right away, and we're a bit naive here. Okay, we don't recognize the spacing. We don't recognize, that they're going to play early. They play it early, and then this is the ball that splits us right here. We need to be screaming at our outside back to just be coming inside there and taking that away. There's got to be more urgency on the back line to recognize that that ball is being played early and to take away that gap. It's far too easy. The other point that I think we can learn here from is maybe we get caught a little bit too deep as this ball gets played in. On his first touch, I think we could be a little bit more aggressive. The goalkeeper does well. It actually makes a brave save in the end. It's just unlucky the way it bounces and the rebound goes off the post right to the player again. But I think if we're a little bit higher, that confrontation with the striker happens a tad bit sooner, and possibly more of our bodies in the way. As you can see, the goalkeeper just kind of gets hands and head, but maybe more of our body could be in the way there. In this action, we get caught in possession again. They do well to swarm the ball. They did that well all night. Quick in transition here. The gap between our center back is massive. I think our right center back needs to recognize this earlier and cover earlier. But right here, I know this is offside, but we have defensive help here, and I think it's important for goalkeepers to realize if our defenders are the other side of him, maybe we come here. Maybe it's a more direct path to goal. But because we have help and because our center back is on the goal side of him, we need to stay back and give ourselves room here. Once again, this is flagged offside, but we do play to the end here, and they end up scoring goal even though it is offside. But I think it's important to recognize when to come and when to stay. This goal seems silly. We have a ton of chances to secure the ball, keep the ball. We don't take care of it. Sort of the story of the night. Little chippy in here, 50-50 ball. You can see they're swarming everywhere. They did a really good job, like I said in the previous clip. This ball gets played through. When this ball gets played through, that gap, once again, we talk about that gap. It's too big between our outside back and our center back. But this is the point in time where you travel across the goal. But I think as this ball travels, we need to be traveling towards the player. He's on the other side, and obviously we give up a pen here. But as this ball travels, I'm just going to show that part of it. As this ball travels, let's close ground towards the ball line of the player and not across our goal, because I think if you do that, it might force the striker into hitting an early shot, forcing something, and possibly making a mistake. And finally, after a rough night, this is the final goal. First of all, they're showing two. We get out late, but for me, it really comes down to footwork here. Watch, I think the footwork's a little bit lazy, a little bit lazy. We're upright, and the other thing is, our defender's taking away the near. And I thought live and on video, it really looked like we were really late to recognize where this player was going to turn and shoot. And I think if we play off our defender, uh, we kind of could be more towards that far post, and this is a much easier opportunity to make the save. You can see the defender taking away the near. We're still shaded behind the defender. There's a lot of space for where he's going to turn and hit this ball, and I think our recognition is just completely late to get there, and we get beat because of it.